adventurers, welcome to Extra Mile. So today we are going to discuss brainstorming, when you start to really get in there. Okay, so this is step 2 of the writing process, where step 1 is get your topic or your prompt, which we have, and then step 2 you start to generate ideas. Okay, so the topic that we're going to use for the next few lessons is going to be this one. Discuss the duties of a general practitioner in a well-structured paragraph. So general practitioner, a GP, is like, a normal family doctor. So the best way I find to do brainstorming is with 2 steps. So the first one is free writing. That is where you set yourself a timer, like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and you write down everything you can, okay? Anything that pops into your head considering the topic, and you don't stop until the time is up. So let's do that. So you're gonna set the timer and we're gonna just start and dive right into it. So what do I think a GP does? Well, diagnose, okay, so time's up. So I've written everything down that I can think of. It's fun if you just scribble around as you saw, or just doodle, or just take some time and think while you're at it. But yeah, let's move on to step 2. Ready? Okay, so step 2 of my brainstorming process, I take my free writing and I transform or transfer it to a mind map. Okay, so if you start with a mind map, that's also fine. However, remember that you shouldn't really do subtitles or categories yet, because that comes in the next step, which I'm going to do now, which is organizing your ideas and clustering them together. So if you use your mind map first, don't do your categories yet, do it after. Then you can use something like different colors of highlighters, or just underline the words differently, or use arrows and connect it that way, or even numbers could work. So I already did all my thinking, throw my ideas on. Now I'm going to organize them. So I'm going to use my mind map because I like pictures, and then I'm going to give myself 3 categories. So the first one's going to be patience. So anything that has anything to do with patience. Then my next one is going to focus on staying up to date. And then my last one, I'm going to focus on communicate. Okay, so I looked at my free writing, I decided these 3 are the overall categories that I'm looking at, and I'm going to group my ideas together. Ready? Let's go! can see, I added some extra things while I was doing my mind map. If you are busy working and something pops up into your head, go back to your brainstorming, because the writing process is something circular, so you can go back all the time and relook at it. So next, what I'm going to do is further organize my information, see if I want to use everything. So first thing I can say is I know that ethics goes with there's something that I mentioned here, which is HPCSA. So if you don't know, that's the council that a doctor has to be registered to. These two, I think, goes quite together as one point, because of if you register to the council, you have to constantly accumulate points, and that's done through workshops and research and those type of things. To be able to stay up to date, you have to accumulate enough points just to check on you. Then something, let's see if I can leave anything out. There's a spelling mistake. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine these two into paragraph 1. So I'm going to talk about my patients and staying up to date together, because I think you cannot really treat or diagnose correctly if you are not up to date. So that is important. Document records, however, can fall under communication. House calls are not that important. It's kind of obvious. Then referring them also goes with communication. And then communication, being able to communicate, that's going to be my paragraph 2 or my point 2. Okay, so we only have one paragraph, as you remember. So point 1 and point 2 that I'm going to make. And that is my brainstorming done and dusted. Next, you can maybe do a little bit of research to make sure that the points you actually want to discuss is valid points and that you can find evidence for it. But anyway, so the next step of your writing process would be to create an outline. So remember to comment down below if this helped you a bit, and share it with your friends who you think also need some help, and let me know what else I can do a video on for you. I'll see you in the outline. Bye bye.